Hi there, my name is Stacy Jensen and I am from Colorvale. I'm so excited to bring you this freebie today. I just wanted to show you a few tricks on how to use it. Actions are designed so differently for every image that it's really important to really make them your own, to place them over your images and adjust them to fit your needs. So I wanted to show you a few tricks on this actual freebie and a photograph that we have. So this photograph was shot in RAW. Only thing that we've adjusted here is making a couple little temperature changes and exposure, bumping up the sharpness, and then we pulled it into Photoshop here. So I'm going to go ahead and run Jasper from the Rock My Muted Tones. It's a freebie in your set today. This action really pulls in some warm peach tones as well as some purples. And at high opacity, it is pretty strong, and as beautiful as the action is, I just like to click on the grouping and turn that down a bit. So we're going to turn that down probably about 38% or so, which is all you'll need on that. You can also come in and turn on or turn off layers to suit your needs. So we're going to kind of just take a look, a peek, turn them on, lower them down. I think we're good for now. I always keep my actions open, but I do click on the background layer so that I don't get any errors before running other actions. Next, I'm going to run Fall Envy. It's great to stack actions when you find your editing style. Kind of use those and use them on everything that you have for that session. Remember, your clients do want to see a similar look throughout the session so that they can place them as wall art. If you give a multiple tonage to the images, they may more likely purchase only one for their wall. So we're going to run the Fall Envy just to warm it up a bit. This is a retired action, but it was pretty popular last year. Running on full strength, again, it's pretty strong, and for some photos that may work, but for mine, I always like to turn things down quite a bit. So we're going to turn this down to about 15% is all we would need. So now that I've ran those, I'm going to show you the before and the after. You can see a lot of green in there. When I do this before and after, I try to take account for what I don't like in the picture. I'm going to turn Jasper off on the trees just a little. I do want to bring in more of a natural tone. It's showing a little bit of purple, which is great for some of my photos, but for this particular one, I want to turn that off. What you do is you click on a layer mask. Layer masks are to the right of the thumbnail. If it's white, it's showing, so we want to hide it, which means we will switch it over to black. We're going to come in and change our opacity somewhere around 50% will work for us with this. We're going to increase our brush. The way that I do that is using my bracket key next to the letter P on your keyboard, and I'm just going to wipe once over each of the sides. So this is going to turn off that action we have our brush at 48%. So it's going to turn it off at about 48% in the areas that we painted over it. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Fall Envy and probably turn down some of the brightness. I'm going to turn the layers off completely and take a peek and see what I think. So yeah, I'm going to turn off the Light and Airy and the Brighten Me. Once I'm done with that, I'll click on the background. Again, I really like to click on the background first because it helps you to not get any errors that may occur from stacking actions. I am going to grab the Paint On Highlighter from the Magical Light and Matte set. We have this in quite a few action sets because I just think it's really important at the end of your editing to place it. We're going to go ahead and flip over to a white because it is on a black, meaning it's all hidden. We're going to paint over our subject entirely because we do want to highlight and sharpen everything. But then I'm going to go one step further and click on the layer mask of the sharpener layer because you do not ever want to sharpen skin. This is just something that your clients will thank you for later. I click my opacity to 100%. Sorry about that. I'm going to paint off some of the areas. So all of those that are, so we're going to switch over to a black brush. All of the skin areas will get a full paint so that we're ensuring there's no sharpening on that. We do want to keep the sharpening on the eyes, the lips, the hair. That all works great. Just want to get rid of it from her skin. What you can do to see where you're painting is click the vertical key on your keyboard next to your brackets. That'll turn red everywhere that you've painted off. This is really helpful when you're using layer masks. Why guess where you've painted when you can just get a quick peek of it here. So I'm just finishing up. Make sure that I get her neck and her hands. Bringing in details to skin just really shows pores, so it's something you want to avoid entirely. When you want to take away the layer masking areas so that you can't see where you've painted it, basically to get back to your original state, you'll just click on the vertical key on your keyboard again. So this is all you would have to do. Again, if there's some light touch-ups that you want to do, like maybe we're going to take some of the jasper off of her skin tone. I would get a paintbrush. I lowered the opacity again and just brush slightly. So there you go. Once you are finished, you can just click on your background and you'll run the Colorvale Ultimate Web Enhancer, which is really great for our Facebook, even Google+. PNG files, sharpened files for web are really, really important. So we're going to zoom out at 100%. And take a peek at this photo. The wonderful thing about this action is it doesn't disturb your original edited version. This is really helpful. You don't have to go and undo anything to save it or worry about it. Once you're finished with that, you would just click on the Save PNG file. PNGs are really important for web use, but social media web use. Not so important for your website itself because PNG files take a little more to upload when you're using it on the website. But when you're uploading to social media, PNG is great because it hasn't been compressed yet. If you JPEG your photo, you're doing a slight compression on the image. When it's uploaded into Facebook, they then re-compress it, resaved. So it's a double compression value. Again, you'll find that PNGs look the best. You can come into your layers and before you save, turn down your sharpener, turn it up. Generally 50% is okay, but I sometimes go around 30. You can turn on or off the frame, whatever your liking is. So hopefully this helped you. I'm so happy to provide you this freebie. Please come visit our website at colorvaleactions.com to find more video tutorials, action recipes, and great blog tips. Thank you so much for watching.